Alright guys, before we go any further, I just want to let you guys know that this quest line is currently being tested on the private test server and could be subject to changes or revisions. Also, there are major spoilers here, so you've been warned. But anyway, I won't yammer over the dialogue or anything, so sit back and enjoy the new Steel Rain questline.
One day I'll make night.
Are you available now to look for Marcia? She could be in trouble. She was supposed to make a trip to Foundation, but a group of initiates recently returned from there and nobody remembers seeing her. Marcia is the eldest of the two siblings that we encountered on our journey to Appalachia. There was an incident that resulted in the death of their mother. Paladin Romani decided that we should bring them along with us instead of leaving them alone. This is one of our own who's gone missing. Despite her resentment towards the Brotherhood, I've come to consider Marcia a friend. I know that life hasn't been easy for her at Fort Atlas, and I'd hate to think that something has happened to her. Think of it as doing a favor for me.
Recruits, night shifts, training, weapons, and a base like this.
I did consider that when I first heard of it. But I'd rather remain hopeful and investigate further. First, start by talking to her younger brother, Max. He might have an idea where she's gone. I'm going to remain hopeful that something didn't happen to her, or anyone else who's missing. If something did happen while she was in our care, let's not worry about that just yet.
Are you here to help me find my sister? Well, the last time I saw Marcia was when she told me she was going to Foundation for some things. I think that something bad happened to her. It was just supposed to be a quick trip to Foundation, but she hasn't come back yet. I just know she would never leave me on purpose. No, but when she said goodbye, she was acting really weird. She was like, "You know I'll always love you, right?" She never says stuff like that. It's usually, "Learn to behave, Max," or "Can you be quiet, Max?" Her best friend, Luis Ramirez, might know something. He's an initiate too.
Can you put in a good word for me with Paladin?
Need to have Valdez take another look at my armor. 2,000 miles of hiking, I suppose I'm really way.
We'll make Atlas stronger than Fort Defiance ever was.
How can I help you? What has Marcia done this time?
Be vigilant for any more super.
It's been really hard for her to adjust to living in Fort Atlas after losing her mother. She spends most of her time worrying about taking care of Max, but none of it worrying about herself. I know that Marcia's a little rough around the edges, but that's just because she's already been through a lot in her life. She's the strongest person I know, though, and has a big heart, cares a lot about the people in her life. I'm lucky enough to be one of them. Missing? No, she's just running an errand to Foundation. Yeah, she'll be back any minute. Damn it, fine, I can't bear the thought of something happening to her. I can't be sure, but I think she may be with the Raider War Party. Abandoned? No, of course not. We were talking, and I assured her that I would never let anything happen to Max. I guess I told her exactly what she needed to hear. She told me once that she stayed as long as she could for Max's sake, but being here was like an open wound for her. Yeah, I don't think it's my place to tell her story, but let's just say that she blames them, or us, for the death of her mother. Those raiders have been fighting the Brotherhood ever since we got here. I don't know what I'd do if I had to fight Marcia. Good luck, and Please bring her back.
We need to do something about them. I'll go. It's my fault anyway.
I know you're eager to help, but Sheena and Burke are the best there is. Anything that gives them trouble can be extremely dangerous.
What are you doing here?
You have some nerve showing up here after you sold us out. I'll let Marcia speak for herself, but I'm pretty sure she's not interested in going back.
Hell no, I'm not. How about you don't waste everyone's time and just leave?
Astute observation, Detective. Doesn't make it any of your business.
If we stand by and do nothing, then they will be dead. Sheena and Burke went to AMS headquarters to retrieve something for us and haven't returned yet.
Marcia. Damn it. Well, it wasn't my plan for you to know about this, but now that you do, I guess there's no way around it. Marcia's not going back with you. She's going after Sheena and Burke. She's been bossed around by the Brotherhood enough in her life. Why don't you do something for her for a change and help out?
I overheard some Brotherhood initiates talking about how AMS headquarters was a place of interest. It was the piece of intel I gave to Pierce and the others so that they would consider letting me join. It's my fault that they're missing. I should have tried to get more information.
Nice try. As much as it kills me, I'm not stupid enough to leave things unsupervised when two of us are already missing.
I'm not going back to Fort Atlas. No one gave you the right to make my life decisions for me, and the Brotherhood doesn't own me.
We don't spill blood in the war room, but if you lay a hand on her, I'll break that rule in a heartbeat. I feel better having one of us there instead of blindly trusting the Brotherhood. Make sure someone is focused on saving Sheena and Burke.
One of us? You really mean it? I'll prove to you, Pierce, that I belong here. I'll undo what I've done.
You being willing to put your life on the line for us is indication enough that you belong in this family. Bring my people back alive and in one piece.
I'll meet you at AMS. I'm not coming back with you after, though. I have a new family.
Not with us, you're against us.
automated mining services.
Greetings,
Welcome
members.
you to the home.
Anyone interested in a gift from on high in exchange for a little triangulation should proceed to the coordinates we provided. That is all.
I was getting bored.
Approach. Identify yourself. Law-abiding citizens will not be harmed. False alarm. Stand down.
Cats are unstoppable. Where did you go?
I could have handled them on my own, you know.
How the hell?
I've never heard of them before. They seem like some sort of mercenary creeps. I don't care what they call themselves. I won't let them get in our way. Whatever you need to tell yourself in order to feel useful. Now that that's taken care of, we should look around and see if there's any trace of Sheena or Burke. I already did a sweep of this floor before that mercenary attacked me and didn't find anything. Let's try looking upstairs.
I better get paid double for all this standing around.
That necklace! I know that necklace. I'd recognize that necklace anywhere. That's Burke's necklace. I've never seen them without it. My mom had a similar necklace that she always wore. Never took that thing off. I still regret not being able to retrieve it from her body. She was killed, thanks to the Brotherhood of Steel. I really don't want to talk about it right now, though. Neither is your shitty attitude. It's important to remember all those that we've lost. At least we know that Burke and Sheena made it to AMS. Let's keep looking. Recognize them. That's one of the raiders that went with Sheena and Burke. I hope they're still... That's one of the raiders that went with Sheena and Burke. I hope they're still okay.
I'm so tired of all the blood and death. I'm tired of losing everyone that I care about. First my mother's death, and now this. You're right. Sheena and Burke are strong. I'm sure they're here somewhere. Come on, we've got to hurry and find them. What does that note say? A note from Sheena. Can't believe they surrendered. Hopefully that means they were taken alive. The Raiders, they really are like a family. The kind that I want to be a part of. Here's Sheena and Burke. They look out for each other. They're not just about stealing and fighting. I respect that. They don't back down to the Brotherhood either. I want retribution for the lives that have been lost at their hands. I don't agree with that. We need other people to get through this. If you have no one, who's going to come looking for you if you go missing? We're almost to the top of AMS. We must be getting close. Let's hurry. Shit, door's locked. See if you can find a way to open it.
I heard something. Gotcha.
Really? You and that little girl are the ones giving my mercs all this trouble. We Hellcats don't put up with anyone getting in the way of us or our caps. This ends now.
I heard something. I heard something.
Hostile target identified.
All we got? Get 'em!
I heard something.
Fugitive is attempting to evade now a combat zone. You may suffer harm.
I'll take care of you myself. I heard something.
and Burke are? I have no idea, but that son of a bitch is gonna pay for messing with Sheena and Burke. Captured? That's good. That means they were taken alive. We need to figure out where these holding cells are. See if you can find anything else that hints toward their location. Please hurry.
I better get paid double. I better get paid double for all this standing around. I better get paid double.
Marsha, what are you doing here? And with this snitch? What the hell?
The Brotherhood sent their lackey to try and bring me back. I told them I refused to even consider it until we found you. Don't worry, though. There's no way I'm going back with this asshole. But anyway, are you two okay? You look pretty beat up.
Been better.
Good work on giving these mercenaries hell, Marsha. You'll make a great addition to the war party. So, can you get us out of here or not?
Sheena made the right choice.
You gonna let us out of here or what? Nothing that could be of use to us. It seems like they were doing some sort of experiments on people down here. That terminal over there might have more information.
Thank you. I won't forget this.
Appreciate your help.
Don't worry, you two. We'll get you out soon. Okay, now that we found Sheena and Burke, we can talk. What's up? It's hard to talk about, but you've been so patient with me. I've really ever only talked about it with Ramirez, but... alright. The town that Max and I were living in with our mother was being threatened by a group of raiders. When the Brotherhood came into town, they decided to be saviors. They actually thought it would be a good idea to arm a bunch of ordinary people with high-tech weaponry. When the raiders came, they took the weapons and slaughtered our people. If we hadn't tried to fight back, my mother would still be alive. These were a different kind of raider. Ruthless, bloodthirsty, callous. The War Party is like a family, banded together to fight against the Brotherhood's tyranny. Let's not get it confused. Raiders may have pulled the trigger, but the Brotherhood supplied the guns. Maybe you're right. I don't know. I'm just filled with so much anger and hurt. Sure, I'll hear what you've got to say. I'm not so sure that's the right call for me. The Raider War Party are my family now. I need to go back with them. I never thought that I would be faced with having to decide between two families. You're right, though. I can't just abandon the people at Fort Atlas.
Marcia, no. Why would you go back to them? The Brotherhood are our enemies.
I'm not joining the Brotherhood, but I can't just abandon everyone at Fort Atlas. Their initiate helped me see that. I'm sorry. I really am. I'll never forget the way that you all accepted me into your family. I hope that one day we'll be able to see each other again, and it won't be on fighting terms. Thanks again. For everything. I'll see you back at Fort Atlas.
Don't worry about the bots. They're working for me.
Come all the way from California. Welcome back, Initiate. I see that Marcia has returned and in brighter spirits than before. I don't know how you managed it, but great work. Did you discover anything else on your mission?
Everything makes sense now. This is my
I see. I figured you'd hear more about it eventually. Try not to judge us too harshly based on the way Marcia tells it. We did the best we could in those circumstances. Too many lives have been lost. I feel for Marcia and Max. AMS? Those headquarters had been a point of interest to the Brotherhood for a long time. I see Marcia was not shy in sharing our intel. Shin is going to freak when he hears of this. Very interesting research on the effects of heated ultraside on the human body. Horrendous that they were performing these secret experiments, though. We'll learn what we can from this. Thank you. This letter is concerning. While Marcia wasn't missing, it seems that these Hellcat mercenaries and the Blue Ridge Caravan Company are both involved in the other disappearances. Please, take this to Romani as soon as you can. She'll want to hear about this.
We'll make Atlas stronger than Fort Defiance ever was.
The Scorched, the Raiders, the Ghouls. If anything tries to attack, we'll be ready.
Too bad this observatory's so busted up. I'd love to look at the stars. Don't worry about Paladin Romani.